Hello YouTube, welcome to my shop. I wanted to give out just kind of a quick Sunday update. I don't have a whole lot of new acquisitions.
Good. New acquisitions.
But I'd like to try to put one of these out every Sunday, kind of give a little bit of an overview of what I've been doing and a little bit more real time. So the longer videos that I do, I kind of edit them quite a bit more. I end up with several hours of video usually, and I have to kind of cut that down and try to get it to hopefully around 20 minutes so I don't bore people too much. In an upcoming video here Thursday, I'll be doing some more work on the 2x72 belt grinder, and I was doing quite a bit of machining on that, trying to clean up some of the welds and stuff and try to make parts look a little more, squared off and more like a machine part rather than a fabricated part. And had a little bit of a scare on the bridge port. So this is actually the mill the end mill that I was using. It's kind of a big shell mill. I got it in a online auction as just part of a group of end mills I had purchased. And when I went to pull it out, I backed the drawbar off a little bit and started tapping on it, and it never loosened up. Tapped on it a little more, went and got the brass hammer, hit it pretty good, and it didn't move at all. I started to get a little bit worried. I don't know what would cause a end mill, it's an R8, to get stuck in there like that. So what ended up happening, I put this wheel puller on there and ended up pulling it off with the wheel puller, and it did not want to come off. It was not easy. So once I actually got it out, I could see what actually happened, and I'll bring you in a little bit closer so we can have a look at it. Alright, so once I finally got this actually pulled all the way out, I could see actually what happened here. So this is a big enough mill, and I don't know if it just wasn't tightened enough, or maybe this isn't cleaned up well enough. But the collet alignment set screw had actually spun over a little bit. So when I used the puller to pull that off, it actually drug that thing all the way through here, because it wasn't easy to pull off. Now if I would have known more about how this works, I probably could have pulled it down and backed that set screw out, and I probably could have got it off and saved it. Since I've already ordered another set screw, kind of did a review. I was really worried when this first happened because I wasn't sure what was going on. I was having problems getting it out. I was able to pull it off, and I just figured the spindle was screwed. Got online, of course, did some quick searches, found somebody on YouTube already replacing one, and it's actually not a horrible job. Ordered one, should be here in a few days, and I'll do a quick little video of me actually replacing it. On the little screen here, so I haven't actually been able to look up in there. I can reach up there, with my finger and kind of feel it a little bit. But it's pretty well mushroomed over. So looking at what I need to do, so I haven't actually even looked at this yet. This is the first time. So if I bring this down a little bit, you can see there's a division right here, and there should be a set screw. If I come around here to the back, right here, so there's a set screw here, And then I can use a pen wrench on the holes here, and I can pull this whole piece off. Then I should be able to get to the that collet alignment screw. It's just a little dog head set screw. I probably actually have one. I don't know for sure what the sizing is and everything, so I was going to wait, ordered an official one, and I'll wait and use that. A little concept thing, welded together a bunch of scrap. Wanted to see how it would work and if it would be worthwhile to actually put together something better. But I'll actually have a higher thing for this to sit into. So that they'll stay out of the way, but then all of my these guys have a little bit of interference. I'm not sure. May need to raise this up a little bit, but there's a little bit of almost like a Christmas tree for my Aloris tool holders. Kind of gives them easy access, a good place to hold them. And I can even go up another layer or two that'll hold, 9 to 12 total. So upcoming, probably next year, be one of the first projects after I finish the belt grinder. So I've got this, the Craftsman branded 14-inch bandsaw. Mr. Pete had done quite a few videos recently covering, how to convert one of these for cutting metal. So I've been still kind of watching Craigslist in hopes of finding a good metal cutting bandsaw for a reasonable price. And got one prospect. It's not a real reasonable price, but it is a big dual bandsaw, which just barely fit in my shop here vertically, as it's almost 8 feet tall. I got 8-foot ceilings. So, but if that doesn't work out, if I can't get a decent deal on that, then this guy, I will be coming up with a replacement for this motor design here. The biggest issue I've had with this particular one is that it's actually got a custom bracket here holding this on. It's not a huge thing, but it is something I'll have to account for. Like I said, next year though, that'll be one of the first projects, after my belt grinder. So one thing I did get new, ordered from Aloris. This was actually the original one that came on the CA16. These guys weren't too hideously bad, being that they're, Aloris toolpath. I think it was $30 for this part. But the one that came on it was all chipped up right here. So I ordered one from their website, and I've already got it installed. So I got a nice brand new chip breaker on there. Also at the same time, I ordered the underneath part for this guy and some inserts for him. And I've had, obviously you can tell, a little bit of dust on there. I've had a little bit of chance to use him. I really like this tool here a lot now. It's probably my new favorite cutter. Alright, so that kind of covers the Sunday status and new acquisitions for this week. There wasn't a whole lot, but I still wanted to kind of go over what I do have. Stay tuned, I've got a great video coming up of the belt grinder. Even though it kind of had that bad part of destroying the mill piece that I was using, at least I got it all done first, and hopefully the mill isn't too screwed up from it. But I did do quite a bit of milling on that, and I think part 3 is going to end up being the first major where you can actually see all the parts coming together and being painted. So stay tuned. There's been a lot of progress on that. If you subscribe or if you follow me on Instagram, I do post a little bit more regular updates. Often, the night that I do some work, I'll actually post a photo or two of the actual work that I'm doing, so you get to see a few things a little bit sooner that way. Good night, and I'll see you Thursday.